Do astronauts live and work in zero gravity? Every day we are involved in activities such as walking, running, sitting, and even lying in bed. All these activities can be done without much effort here on Earth. But none of these activities can be done easily when you reach the Earth's orbit. In space, there is no gravity to hold us down to the ground, which creates the effect of weightlessness. The fact that there is no gravity in space is called zero-G. Weightlessness is the absence of feeling your weight. This feeling is similar to taking rides in an amusement park where you go up and down, which makes you feel like you're falling but at the same time floating. Astronauts feel weightlessness as soon as the shuttle reaches space. If they are not held down by the seat belts, they would begin to float instantly, where the gravity tends to zero. When astronauts go to space, they live in the International Space Station, or ISS for short. It is like a research facility and a home to astronauts. They go to the ISS to run experiments in the low-gravity environment, which helps them understand how things will work in space, as well as how their health and bodies fare in the zero-G environment for future missions that would involve spending longer time in space. Now that we have understood what weightlessness is and where and why astronauts go in space, let's see how they deal with zero-G. In absence of gravity, astronauts need to train and exercise a lot to keep themselves healthy and fit because the body fluids and blood begin to flow towards the head, causing headaches and stuffiness. Weightlessness causes the body to relax as it no longer fights the pull of gravity, which causes the bones to weaken. This causes the bones to become more vulnerable to breaking. NASA prepares their astronauts for the zero-G environment by training them on parabolic flights that mimic the zero-G environment. In this simulated environment, astronauts practice eating, drinking, and using different kinds of onboard shuttle equipment. This allows astronauts to get accustomed to the zero-G environment. You might wonder why astronauts need to train in eating and drinking in space. Let's see how astronauts really eat and drink in space. They sure look funny sometimes, don't they? Since there is no gravity in space, astronauts eat canned food or foods that are wrapped in aluminium to avoid spillage. The food is pre-cooked, dehydrated, and low in moisture as the food is wrapped in can. It can be eaten only when astronauts add hot water to it, similar to cup noodles. Condiments like ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise are all provided. However, salt and pepper are available but only in liquid form. This is because if astronauts sprinkle salt and pepper on their food in space, they could float away and could clog their air vents, contaminate equipment, or get stuck in an astronaut's eyes, mouth, or nose. Interesting, right? When astronauts go in space, they forget the sense of up and down, and they often tend to get confused. It takes about a few days for them to get used to such arrangement. Gravity on Earth pulls you downwards, towards the center of the Earth, but In 0G, there is no concept of pulled downwards. The astronauts float through the ISS and work with experiments from all angles. You may see them doing somersaults or aerobics. The space station does not have a concept of ceiling or ground, as everything is floating anyways. So it doesn't matter for astronauts whether they're standing or sleeping because everything feels the same. The body experiences no difference or change when you stand or sleep. Thus, sleeping vertically or horizontally in space doesn't matter because each position feels the same. However, astronauts need to be strapped in. Imagine sleeping vertically. Looks weird, isn't it? Astronauts sure live a very adventurous life in 0G. Would you like to live in space someday?